prepare us for the season that's coming. Lord, we just ask that you give us wisdom in the decisions that we make and the actions that we take. We give all these, and we thank you for the food that we're about to receive also. Please accept these requests in your son's precious name.
And you may be seated. There's no singing today. Fred didn't want to do
To grandmother's house we go.
All right, that's good enough. Good enough. So, wonderful. Chris texted me about 10 minutes before we got here and asked if I could lead the meeting. Dwayne also wasn't going to be here this week, so you're stuck with me again. So,
Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, sure. So, who are some guests we have this week?
We have Colton and Kason.
Colton and Kason, welcome. Hudson's back there. You'll probably hear him. And like always, we apologize if he decides to interrupt anybody at any time. He's very vulnerable right now. So, any other guests? I know we do have our guests. Yes, Miranda. Welcome back again. All right, who's happy about anything at all? Charlie.
Oh, I had the opportunity to read to the kindergarten class at Forest Park this week. It was really enjoyable.
Awesome. Thanks for stepping up to doing that. Who else is happy about it? John, you want to go ahead and...
I don't know, do I? Oh,
He warned
yeah,
me.
I guess I do have something to happy. Don't take that away from me. I need that. I need that.
That's a try.
I need this bad. There's a couple bucks. This is my old family recipe. Grant's Scotch whiskey, and today is National Taiwan On Day. So this is even more important. I just barely got a start on it. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure I'm going to make it through the meeting, but I'm going to try it.
John, there's law enforcement people present. You're on.
Bring enough for everybody else. I'm getting to a nice, soft, cozy bed.
Madam Prosecutor, please close your ears. But one of the things you notice, it's Grant's Scotch whiskey, and we have traced our family tree back to the Grant Plaid in Scotland, Grant clans back in Scotland, and it just ain't right that a Lee is related to a Grant. So, you know, the whole world just doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to have to drink and forget that.
Are you going to share that, John?
Huh?
Are you going to share that?
Sure would. There just isn't enough to share, I'm sorry.
We could try.
You know, I told this story before, but I'd like to remind the room that the first time I met John Lee was when he was worked at the Boy Scout camp, and I don't think you had that with him. Who else is happy?
So
right?
I'm happy about something. So I'm gonna take John's prop. I saw it on the table and I asked, you know, I looked at it and I, oh, it's real. Come to find out, no kidding. I'm part of the Grand Clan from Scotland. I did not know that. We might just be related. And I just found this out now, so go easy on him. Continue on. Yeah, but that's really interesting. It's a small world sometimes, and you never know what you encounter just by seeing it. And I've got the Grand Crescent and the tartan and stuff like that because I'm a part of the Grand Family. So I don't know if I want to be related, but never mind.
Mike.
Rob and I went over to the Rose-Hulman Service Club luncheon yesterday. It was very, very nice. You made a really good prime rib dinner and a talk on cybersecurity. It's bigger than we thought. But anyway, it was a real good time that we had over there. And on the way, Dave Brooks passed us. We were doing about 70 miles an hour. He passed us. Wow. I thought, well, I thought you were going to the luncheon.
I'd like to explain that I thought it was session day and I thought I had legislative immunity, and I realized that maybe the brain tumor caused me to go in the wrong direction.
Anyway, Rob texted him and he slowed down. Also happy about Thanksgiving. I know we all have
texting and driving.
Everyone's telling on each other. I had absolutely nothing to say.
Okay.
Last week, was the first time I ever did the dictionary things to the school. We went to Staunton Elementary School and 2 classrooms. It's the first time I've ever done that. And it was a real blessing. The kids are just so ecstatic about getting their own little dictionary and putting their names in and stuff. So that was a real joy for me.
Thanks for helping out with that. Thank you. Anybody else happy or excited about something? Oh, Hudson's clapping back there. So that's good. Dave's digging for money.
Well, I gotta find some small bills, but I'm really more conservative than you think. But, board members, there's been a few revisions to the entertainment schedule, so before you leave, I'd like to hand you what happened, and if you have questions, let me know. But we've got the entertainment schedule nailed down. So yeah, there you go. Michelle owes me $1 anyway, so there you go.
Thanks for your work on that, Dave.
Sure. And I'll explain during my program December 7th.
Anything else? Any other happy bucks? Yes.
So Friday's Small Business Saturday, and this year, or I think for the second year in a row, the Clay County Chamber of Commerce is doing their request work, so hopefully it's be a long time.
He's laughing again. That's the door. The only announcement that Chris had for me was if you're going to participate in the parade, he said be there at 6:45. Yeah, 6:45. And then once he has the lineup, he's going to email that out. And then Josh does have an update on the shelter.
What day?
Friday.
This Friday?
There's always one over till
Friday.
Can I make a comment about the parade?
Yeah.
So, we haven't paid to be in the parade yet because I have to drop that check off today, but we also don't have anything decorated for the parade, and I don't know if anybody's got candy for the parade, so is there anybody going to walk in the parade before we do all of this?
I'm just filling in, so I have no answers.
I cannot help decorate. I have a busy schedule the next couple of days, but the trailer is at our house.
Yeah.
Come and do whatever you want.
Yeah. I know Chris is planning on it. So.
Is anyone planning on walking? Show of hands.
Yeah, I can, and I've got at least a couple more.
And then Dave, were you picking up candy?
I can if you need me to, but if you don't have walkers, how you gonna distribute it?
We've got 6 walkers
Oh, okay.
so far.
Well, I can go get it. We get $300 with the budget, right?
Well, how about,
For the walkers, handing out candy? Yeah, I'll do that.
we had nominated somebody maybe to help with that?
Yeah,
Who works at Sam's, and he's here, so we have to
Well,
work
right,
out.
no, I was wondering about candy. Yeah, I can help with candy. Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Can you do it? So that'll save me a trip today.
So where do you need it and when?
So the parade is, the lineup is 6:30 or 6 o'clock Friday? Or 5:30 maybe, so it's Friday evening.
Till 7 o'clock.
Right, but I'm working Friday, so where can I get the candy to you? Where and when?
Right.
Friday morning.
I think we're real.
I'll bring it.
Would you like me to just meet you at Sam's Club? Would that be better?
If you want to.
Do you get any kind of discount besides the no?
No,
Okay.
but that's okay.
So that's, I'll just go get it and then I'll just do it. Spend $300 and I'll bring a receipt to Stephanie or Chris, right?
Yeah.
I'll just do that.
Yeah.
And then I've got some I can donate. We have.
Yeah, I can bring it.
Josh, do you want to talk about shelter now real quick?
Yes,
So, one of the projects the board has been working on is with the shelter at the Forest Park. So our pavilion that we use for all the 4th of Julys. The Parks Board is looking to redo all of their pavilions, all their shelters. But they're trying to figure out ways to fund that, and they're gonna ask businesses for donations and so forth. So, we've kind of been working hand in hand with them in taking care of the shelter. The idea with the shelter is to not only make it a little bigger, but a lot bigger. And what they're gonna do is on the, it'll be on the south end of the shelter, they're gonna build an enclosure around it and make it like its own office, building space, to where we can store all of our equipment in there. We can make an office space for during the 4th of July. We can have a desk in there, we can keep our money in there, keep it nice and secure, and not have to worry about moving the trailer back and forth. I know, Rob, the camper, we don't have to worry about getting that stuff there back and forth, but Rob had kind of explained that our camper or our trailer was vandalized not too long ago. So having this in one centralized location right there at the park will make setup, tear down, and everything a lot easier. So the final quote for that came in at $14,960. So that's the addition of concrete, all new structure, tear down the old structure, and basically anything we want design-wise to it. So, and it will be ours, so we'll have our logo on it all year round. So I think that's good publicity. But we wanted to kind of throw that at the group and see if there was any questions, comments, concerns, or if you guys were all on board with that as well.
Do they want the money now?
Well, we'll do it once they get building, and it will be ready. He plans on doing it this winter, so it'll be ready by our next step. $14,960.31, which is actually cheaper than what I had kind of in my head. Yes, because it would be $200. So when?
And they're doing all of the work. We don't have to do any of the work at all. So that's what makes it even better.
So when is I guess I don't want to split hairs with the grade.
Interior of the office bin?
Good.
That portion?
Good. I guess my question is, so say we plan on this now, but they don't start until April, does that change our qualifications for that?
But we'd have to help with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'd have to be part of, that's why I was wondering if the or the installation of the electrical and all that stuff is possible.
And we have plenty of guys that are willing to, and people willing to help with that.
Maybe some in-kind or slow, yeah.
Okay.
It's just a thought to put together and ask, because we had said, got a kind of a thumbs up.
Okay.
But it can't be a project that's already done.
Right,
We ask for
right,
the money,
right.
and it doesn't even open until early spring.
Okay, so I don't know
Application's in, but if the project needs to go ahead, it just needs to go ahead. Can't worry about a couple $1,000.
So is anybody got any questions regarding that? Everybody good with that concept? Okay, we'll get moving on it then. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful. Thank you, Josh, for your leadership on that. The last announcement that I have is Emily gave me these thank you cards that Forest Park Elementary, or not Jackson Township, that's who it was, Jackson Township, made from the dictionary distribution. So these are going to be up here if you'd like to look at them. So now I will actually have Emily come up and introduce our guest speaker this week. Emily Clark.
Okay, so as Andrew said, I'm Emily Clark. So my guest speaker today is Dan Wald. Dan actually moved here from California in April, moved into our neighborhood with his wonderful wife Barry and their 2 kids, and our daughters have kind of become friends. But Dan's actually a Marine. He works on Fruit Ridge there where the Marine Reserve Base is. And right now they're in the middle of their Toys for Tots campaign. So I asked Dan to come here and kind of explain that and what he's doing with that campaign. And then we'll answer any questions you guys have. So Dan Wald.
Hey guys, my name is Dan. I've been an active duty Marine for 19 years, like Emily said. I stationed out at Fruit Ridge. There's 8 of us there on active duty, 8 active duty guys. We have 127 reservists, infantry marines. So they come in
Dan,
once a month.
Sorry to interrupt, he wants you to go to the podium
Oh.
so we can put this on the internet for
I
you.
don't like podiums. So we have 120-ish guys that are reservists, and they come in once a month. In 2 weeks in the summer last year, we went to Bridgeport, California, did high elevation training, which was interesting with guys that only did it part-time. So it's a very unique position. I've never thought in my life that I'd be in Brazil, Indiana, but I'm here to tell you I love it. It's been the best thing that's happened to us in the last 10 years or so. Neighborhood's been amazing. My kids absolutely love it. I've got great neighbors. Emily and Josh, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
we can't hear you back here.
Oh, you can't?
No, just stay at the podium and use the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Much better.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm not a good microphone guy. But thank you guys for having me. With this opportunity that Brazil has brought to me, I've gotten to be a part of what's called Toys for Tots. So the Marine Corps Reserve puts on this big program nationwide where we collect money and unwrap toys for children that are underprivileged, excuse me. It's hard to talk about because it gets me choked up when you see people that can't afford toys for their kids. Yeah, it's tough to talk about. It's weird. It's hard. But what we do is we collect and give toys to underprivileged children during the holiday season. There's a lot of different places in Brazil where you can donate unwrapped toys. We take monetary donations as well. And yeah, I'm not good at talking. I'm better at answering questions. I'm happy to talk about anything Marine Corps related, anything Toys for Tots related, anything that Emily wants me to talk about.
How
Yeah.
many spots in Brazil have boxes?
Yeah, great question. So there's one at the Chrysler dealer, there's one at the Jeep dealer. There's one, forgive me, I've been here 6 months. There's an insurance company up here, right by the coffee shop, I believe. They've got a box. I believe there's one at the radio station. There's one at both the banks, Riddell, and I think there's one at First. So yeah, there's plenty of boxes throughout Brazil, and if you want to or need to donate, please ask me or Josh or Emily, and happily get one.
How long do we have to donate to it?
So the 12th through the 16th of December will be our distribution. There's going to be one in Brazil. I don't know the date for Brazil off the top of my head, but I know in Vigo County we'll be distributing 12th through the 16th at the Meadows Shopping Center. Folks have registered online. They come in with their families. We've got bikes, scooters, all kinds of toys. And the intent is to give every child free toys. What else? Other questions? I'm not good at talking. Yes, sir.
Do you have an idea what the favorite toy is for kids?
The question is, what's the favorite toy? I don't know. I've got a 3-year-old, or I've got a 4-year-old little boy and a 6-year-old little girl, so I just go off what they like. And it seems to work. I wouldn't say there's a favorite, but
Is it still a bicycle, or would they?
we love to
prefer
give bikes.
electric?
We love to do bikes. That's the only way I can deviate over the $35 limit. We have a $35 limit per toy, except for a bike. So bicycles go fast. They go real fast. And we like doing that because it's something they can keep for more than a few days. They've got a bike for a while, they can ride it for a few years. People really see it.
How about a used bike that's in good shape?
Unfortunately, I can't take anything used. That's not Dan Wald's rule, that's Toys for Tots rule. Yeah, thank you.
How do you
Bye.
determine who gets the toy?
So they register online.
Is it like a,
I can't screen them. If you register, you register. So you can make $1 million a year and you can register for Toys for Tots. I mean, I've got no way of, nothing we can do. We like to think it's people that need it.
Not toy related, how many years have you served in the Marines?
I've been in 19 years.
Oh, I'm sorry, I think.
Yeah, I'm 19 in a month. Almost done, not quite. Oh, I got some more stuff I want to do. So. I was thinking about getting out. I think I'm gonna hang around for a while.
What's your rank?
Hi.
What's your rank?
I'm a first sergeant, so I'm an E8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you talk, Dan, a little bit just about like the history of where you've been deployed or where you've been stationed? Because I know you've been overseas.
So I went to recruit training in San Diego, California. From San Diego, I went to Marine Corps Base Kaneohe Bay, Hawaii. I was there for 3.5 years. I went to Iraq twice from Hawaii. Then I went to Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego, California. I went to Iraq and Afghanistan from there. From there, I went to Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego, California, and I was a drill instructor, a senior drill instructor, and a Marine Corps instructor trainer of water survival. From there, I went to Okinawa, Japan. We were there for 4 years. I had both my kids in Okinawa. From Okinawa, Japan, we went to Camp Pendleton, California. San Diego again. We were there for another 3 years. I got promoted. Now I'm in Brazil. Hi.
Where's your original home from?
I was born and raised in Northern California. I was born in San Francisco, and I grew up in Marin, which is 20 minutes north of San Francisco. I'd say home now is probably San Diego. I spent the majority of my adult life in San Diego, so San Diego, I get to surf. The weather's great. There's not really much to complain about, except it's really expensive. Outside of that, it's a good place.
How long is
Hi.
How long will you be where you're at now?
So this is a 36-month tour.
Okay.
So I have to stay for 36 months. I shouldn't say have to. I get to stay for 36 months.
So if you stay in 36 months, then you'll be retirement age.
I am eligible for retirement, yeah.
You'll have your, was it 20 years?
Yep. But the longer I stay, the more monetarily incentive it is
Yeah.
to keep going. And I still feel like I have a lot to give. And I want to get promoted. And I'm still enjoying it. Me and my wife had a long talk about it. And I think I want to stay around. It makes sense right now with young kids, the stability it provides for us. I think it makes sense.
So what's something you want to do?
I don't know. It's funny because I look at Josh and I've always wanted to be a police officer. I've always wanted to be a police
Change your mind.
officer. Yeah. I don't want to say Josh persuaded me, but I think the older I get, the more I realize it's probably not the best idea for me. But I would love to do that.
What's recruiting like right now?
Recruiting.
Yeah.
It's an absolute struggle. Absolute struggle. A lot of people, I don't want to get into politics, but don't trust the government. There's a lot of there's a lot of problems with young men and women right now that do not want to be in the military for a handful of reasons. The military is actually making it harder to get in, which is crazy. But they're making it harder medically, and it's like you have these two fists that are pulling at each other. The Marine Corps wants this, but the DoD is saying no, and it's getting challenging. Very challenging.
I think I read recently
Hi.
that we're at like a horrible percentage of like young men aren't even eligible because of their weight and health.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't want to get down this rabbit hole, but it's bad. It's really, it's a struggle. Especially the Marine Corps, believe it or not, we're all knuckle dragging monkeys, whatever you want to call us. But we have the hardest physical part, and then also the highest mental part to get into the Marine Corps, which is strange. No one believes it. We lose guys for physical fitness. They can't do the physical part, and then they can't get the test score, or they can't do both, or whatever the case is. But yeah, we're having a struggle. It's a real serious problem. Hey.
How did you, is that, Brazil specifically to live, like, yeah.
So, funny story.
my house, I'm in St. Andrews Glen. The guy I purchased the house from, Jimmy Pennington, put an offer on the house that I wanted in Terre Haute. Long story short, Jimmy bought that house in Terre Haute. I bought Jimmy's house in Brazil. And my realtor brought me out, and she said, well, she virtually brought me out and said, Dan, I think you'd really like this. It's got a golf course, it's a beautiful neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. Are you open to Brazil? I said, sure. I've never been to Indiana, so Brazil sounds cool. Right? Yeah, it sounds exotic. That's how I ended up in Brazil. It's been great. What else? Good? Thank you guys very much for having me. I appreciate it.
I just put food in my mouth. I didn't do that right. Excuse me? Okay. This is a little emblem with our 4-way test on it. Just to kind of say thanks for showing up and giving us more information. You can take it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
One of my best friends is actually in the Marine Corps, and he's stationed out at Camp Lejeune right now, so I always text him anytime I see a Marine. I'm like, hey, Ben, do you know this guy? No, why would I know? I've never seen a Marine out there. But he did a bunch of training out at Camp Pendleton as well, so there's a chance, you guys. What's his name? Ben Forbes.
Is the water safe to drink now?
He says it's not safe to drink at Lejeune, so he says it's moldy there. His name's Ben Forbes. He's only been in 2.5, 3 years, so they've been in passing. There was something I was gonna say, but I don't know. I forgot. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so make sure if you haven't started to thaw out your turkey yet, put it in the microwave, 50% power, and just forget about it. It'll be good to go. Charlie.
I think we haven't started to thaw your turkey, we do.
Are we gonna, as a group, are we gonna ring the bell for Salvation Army?
Not sure. That's a Chris question, but maybe. Anything else for the group? Well, I've got a lot of other good Thanksgiving recipe and holiday tips that I'm going to put on Facebook later today, just in case you need any last minute advice. We found out, unfortunately, that Megan's dad came down with COVID, so we had to change all of our plans kind of last minute, and it was not too terrible to find everything that we needed to have our own small little Thanksgiving meal. The only thing we could not find was green corn, which is like the weirdest thing. Everything else is great. But the thing about thawing out the turkey, like we're hoping that it's thawed out by tomorrow morning because we had to go buy it. Not bad. When did we go buy it? Monday night. So it was rock solid Monday night. So we'll see how that goes. Anything else? All right, we'll rise and say the 4-way test, and we'll be done with our meeting part. If you're eating, you can still stick around and finish your meal. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned?